To heat my solution, I'm going to use a roaster oven. This is an 18 quart. Picked this up at a yard sale. Wouldn't recommend using the one out of the kitchen because you might not want to cook in it again. I've got a temperature gauge through a modified hole in the lid, and right now we haven't started it yet, but we're looking for about 200 degrees temperature to allow our Parkerizing or phosphate and oil finish to be applied to the metal. The roaster oven has heating settings on it. I've got it set for about 275. I found that when you open the lid you lose a lot of heat, so I usually try between 275 and 300, somewhere in there. Whatever you're using for a heat source, you'll have to modify it, but you're looking for about 180 to 200 for the process. This is what my parts look like after they've been blasted. As you can see, I've removed the paint, any rust, corrosion, and otherwise from them. And you want your parts nice and clean. Try not to touch them with your skin. Wear gloves. Keep the oil off of them. And as you can see, they look pretty nice compared to what they look like when they went in or came off the car, actually. Oh, by the way, don't forget to do your hardware. It's great to have good looking hinges and hood latches, but the hardware, you can spiff it up too the same way and protect it with the phosphate and oil finish. You can see these have all been blasted. They were pretty cruddy looking when I started, and they'll get a nice coated finish when they're done also. Got everything set up outside to do a phosphate and oil finish on some hood hinges and hood latch. As you can see, I've got a pair of tongs with non-scratch ends. I've got my manganese dioxide right here ready to go. For my phosphoric acid, I'm using crud cutter, clean and etch, concrete clean and etch, steel wool pad to get it going, and WD-40 to finish it off. Seems like everybody's got their own formula. You can tweak it to your liking, but this is what I'm using today. 4 gallons of distilled water. That's 16 quarts in an 18 quart roaster. 1 plug of steel wool right here. 3 cups crud cutter concrete clean and etch. This is my source for the phosphoric acid. 5 tablespoons of manganese dioxide, and that's in the cup right here. That should give me a nice black finish. If you want gray, you can use a different dioxide. And as always, remember to add acid to the water, not water to the acid. And yes, it's windy out here today.
What are we doing here?
We're adding the acid to the water. 3 cups of crud cutter phosphoric acid. And then we're going to add the steel wool. And it'll immediately start bubbling. Okay.
It is bubbling.
It is bubbling. Put the lid back on because we lose heat as we're working. We were at just a little over 200 degrees, and it's going to bounce back up pretty soon. We also need to put in the magnesium. We also need to put in the manganese dioxide. Pour that in over here. And there we go. We'll cook that for a little bit.
The other white meat.
Let it get back up to temperature. Okay. Take one off.
Okay.
All right, we're ready to go here. I'm going to take the nuts and bolts first. I got them in the plastic tray using the tongs, and I'm just going to set them in here. And as you can see, they start to bubble immediately, so we know something's happening. Go down to the bottom with that and close the lid.
All right.
A lot of people recommend doing this, timing it 20 minutes. We'll see what it looks like in 20 minutes.
Does that come with fries?
Captain, go ahead and put the springs in also. I'm not. Change my mind. I won't put them in. Well, I've got, while I'm inside there, I ought to agitate those nuts and bolts a little bit. So I'll grab the tray and just wiggle it back and forth to agitate it, and that way if they get coated more evenly.
I'm getting agitated too at this point.
While we're at it, let's go ahead and put that hood latch in there. Get it cooked. Okay, we're ready to go ahead and take the hardware out. Let's see what it looks like here. And I've got my neutralizing bath right here. Put them in. Take them out. You can see they look nice and dark. And so I'm going to take them and spread them out over here to dry. Maybe. Dry, we got a nice good coating on them, and as soon as they're dry, we'll go ahead and hit them with the WD-40 to put some oil on them. Okay, here we go. We're going to take a spring out now. Dip it in here, neutralize it, and see what we've got.
Looks good to me.
Nice coating. If I'm not mistaken, there's one more in here. Got the rubber tongs, it's a little easier on the finish, I guess. Seems like a good idea. Alrighty, righty, I'm going to go ahead and coat these. They're not. Okay. I like the look of that. Set it over here to dry. Hope they can both go in there. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, time to put the hood hinges in. Hopefully I can get both in at the same time. You can see it calms down when you take everything out. I have to go to plan B. Oops. All right, we got them submerged. Mission accomplished. We'll cook those for another 20 minutes or so. See what we get when it comes out. Okay, now we're ready to go ahead and take the hinges out. Grab one here. Nice finish on that. There you have it. Oil and phosphate, or parkerizing, in a, what do they call this thing?
Roaster.
Well, there you have it. Parkerizing, or oil and phosphate, in a roaster. 18 quart. Thanks for watching my video.